That sounds Jamaican. Them overcome them. What's tonight?
Hold on, let me turn on the light real quick. Dang, I didn't know. I didn't know I was gonna be talking to Ron Hayes tonight, man.
Yeah, I ain't know I was gonna be talking to you tonight.
Dang.
we both in the learning stages. We learning something right now. Chiefing with the chief.
Yeah. How you doing? Doing all right, man?
I'm pretty smooth, pretty smooth. What can I help you with, my brother?
Yeah, I was just thinking because I was just watching a video that like it was like this real emphasis on 2027, like what should I do to prepare myself, like physically, spiritually, things like that. Like what should I do to prepare for 2027? Like what's gonna happen these coming years?
2027. Look,
Yeah.
whatever coming by the time 2027 get here, we gonna be to live through it already. So follow your path, do what you already know you're supposed to be doing, and you're doing about 80% of what you're supposed to be doing. And the preparation is the side effect of being aware. Because the more you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you start seeing things that you need to do in advance in order to keep from going through a rocky road, right? Your instincts gonna tell you if you believe in yourself, then you gotta believe yourself first. For your personal preparation, because don't nobody develop spiritually at the same pace, right? So only you know what your pace is, but you don't know what your pace is until you start putting yourself through your paces. That means doing the work. So, like the brother that was just up here, he pulled tarot cards, those training wheels, right? The same way he get accustomed to reading them, when he stopped reading them, he'll be able to go out into the street and he gonna see the king of pentacles and the king of swords and the people that he's talking to. He's just gonna automatically know who they is. It's the training process. So the best thing for you to do is to determine your own level and determine where do you want to go first. Do you want the knowledge of ESP? Then you study ESP. The knowledge of manifestation. Then you study manifestation. You ain't got to try to do it right now. You just need to know what it is, how it works, the mechanics of it. The more you understand it, the more you'll be able to control it when you start to use it. But if you don't never understand it, you can't never find your way. And this is why they gave us religion, to give us a scribbled path to the end, to make sure that we slow down our development as its slow as possible pace, because some of us learn too fast and we be called child prodigies because we express everything that's going on. We already one with the universe. It comes through us. They need to arrest the development of that. So they send us to school and tell us to color in the lines. Don't think abstract, think linear.
Yeah.
Don't think in colors, think in black and white. This versus this and that versus that. Another form of divide and conquer, but only it's implanted in your own mind. And this is where you develop your animosities toward people and things that they never did nothing to you in this life.
Yeah. I have another question too. Like I've always, like since I was younger, like I always felt like this fire inside of me, like a
Mm-hmm.
strong fire. Like just I'm an Aries, March 24th. I'm actually like a triplet, so my brothers, they born on the same day as me, and they also tell me about the fire inside of them, but they not spiritual like me. But I feel this fire, and I seen it one time. I seen like a blue and a red flame. We're like white and a red flame. But I don't know what, I know what it is. But I want to know how to use it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Keep going
identify.
back. Keep looking at it in your mind, asking yourself that question. You got to develop an understanding of the energy. By keep revisiting it, you are re-experiencing it again and again and again and again. The more you re-experience, the more you begin to say, oh, maybe if I do this, I could do something with that. That's putting yourself through your paces right there. Remembering it over and over and over again. What is it? How do I use it? Where did it come from? Right? And then you'll notice there'll be books coming your way, lectures coming your way that you wasn't looking for, because you're going to create a vacuum that's only accepting things related to what you're trying to discover on how to use this energy. And if you, the more you tune into yourself, the more accurate descriptive analysis come in with the messages. And you'll be able to understand things so much clearer. Right? So you training yourself. You your master. And that's what Malachi wanted us all to remember. Right? Because we all got a master in us that's waiting on us to use it. But you can only learn about it by repetition of exercise, the inner works.
What exercises?
What I just gave you. When the thing come to mind and you want to know the solution, you keep examining it. And sooner or later you're gonna forget to examine it. Don't go back to it. It's gonna come back to you with the answer. It's gonna hit you like an aha effect. And say, that's what that meant. Where did that just come from? All of a sudden you understand what it means and how to do it. You have a genie in your subconscious mind that you never use. But you don't know how to access it because it's not commonly taught. The genie in your subconscious mind is the question that you answer for yourself from yourself, and it'll bring the external answer to you, and it'll give you the internal answer. And you can't lie to you. That's why you always settle on the truth. That's putting yourself through your paces.
No, I understand that. Like, I always was, cause I seen, like, I watched like probably over like hundreds of videos, man. Like, they don't make no sense. But I see, like, sometimes you read people, sometimes you talk about like astral projection and things like that. Like, cause I'm 21 right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, you got a long ways to go, baby. You gonna go through the roller coasters.
yeah,
You in the roller coaster phase of life.
yeah,
But the faster you become wise, the less the dips and the rises disrupt your life. So instead of it being when the dip comes, you go through chaos. It seemed like all hell broke loose, but because you learning your lessons and how to develop, then they be like this. Then it's called the vicissitudes. As you go through the vicissitudes, your learning curve calms your life experience curve. The more you can learn from other people the mistakes, the less you have to go through the experience yourself. That's called a cheat code. Because we don't know we can learn from other people's experiences. But we can. All we got to do is know how to talk to ourselves while we reading their story or watching the reports. We just go through our mind, you know what I'm saying, and asking how did he feel? What would, you know what I'm saying, what would trigger that? Why did it, and then the more we do that, we experiencing what all he had to go through to come to the conclusion to sell 50 tons of dope. Right? We learning from his experience. Now I don't gotta go sell 50 tons of dope. I know now what motivated them and everything. I don't gotta do that. I could use that somewhere else. I could sell 50 tons of hope. It's an upgrade in the system. And when you upgrade yourself, you're in a position to upgrade others. That's called constructive selfishness. You got to teach yourself first.
Okay.
Because the person that don't know nothing can't teach nobody nothing.
Yeah.
And that's how humans, all our communication is about learning. The mutual exchange of information. Your emotions is your navigation system. As you go through the gamut of the emotions, it's telling you the directions on your road in your life. Right? The more you understand your emotions and what trigger them, and if they're in proper context, meaning you already calibrated them, now when you go through the experience, you moving, you know what I'm saying, like silk.
Yeah. I, crazy, man. I was literally just watching. It's like I see like a video of you every day on YouTube. I always got to click on it because it just makes sense. You just make a lot of sense to all the questions that I haven't asked anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You gotta
Yeah.
remember, the only reason is I probably asked myself that question before I ever gave an answer. I went through it all myself. The experience is the best teacher. I was hard headed, and Mama told me hard head got to learn a hard lesson for the lesson to stick, and the hard head lead to a sore ass, because you gonna get that spanking. Consequence locks in the lesson. The worse the consequence, the harder the lesson locked in.
Ooh. I just thought of a question because you said like what did you say? Billy Carson was like. I forgot what you said. Billy Carson was something in your past life.
My
Yeah.
big brother,
How do you get to that information? Like how
it's
do
in
you
you
attain?
already. Look, it's when you'll see somebody from your past life, and you'll be like, man, I know this from somewhere. I can't remember where I know it from. But when you go ask, hey, man, where I know you from, man, I ain't never seen you in my life. This life. Then sometimes you will even get one back, like, man, I don't know, man, but you sure look familiar to me too. You don't know him from this life. He was born in California. You was born in New York. Y'all met in Chicago, and both of y'all just got there 2 days ago for the first time. And you're looking like, I know this mo. So when you start developing your senses, you have a memory, a correlative memory of where you know somebody from. And as soon as I seen Billy the first time, this was years ago. He wasn't even, didn't nobody know who he was when I seen him, and I was like, damn, why he ain't my big brother this time? You know, it was just a curiosity I had. I never thought I was going to end up sitting on a panel with him ever in my life. In this life, because I was working at the plant, minding my business, trying to stay out of everybody's way. Because they told me I ain't had no alphabet, so I can't know what I'm talking about. Right? So I was just staying out the way, but I didn't stop learning. And that's how I came across Billy, because I was still on my learning. That's because you don't want to use my services. That don't mean that I'm not going to try to find out what's my next move. And the king got one more move.
Well, so when you come to like reading people, like you just see a person, you like recognize their energy. Like you can actually like
It's different. Different people have a different trigger, right? Some people, their energy is so loud, I can hear their ancestors like I hear you talking now, and they'll tell me what to tell them, right? Or some people will trigger me, and I'll see sceneries playing out in my head, and then when I translate the scenery, that's how you will get the readings, right? And sometimes It's a telepathic connection, and they purging from the subconscious, telling me what they need to know consciously to help them in their journey, that they can't get past the barrier of the learned behavior of deliberate ignorance. So then so it's different methods. All this is, every human can do it, but we've been taught it's evil, wicked, and all this stuff, so we won't even practice to try to develop the faculty. I've been doing it since I was a shorty, but my mama told me I had to stop telling people stuff that I see and stuff that I know, because they would persecute me for it.
Yeah.
And I ain't know what the hell persecute for. I thought she was telling me they'd prostitute me for it. And I ain't want to be nobody hoe. So I just shut my mouth, But as I got older, and certain people ask me questions, and I feel comfortable enough answering a question, because you can't ask me a question that you're not prepared to receive the answer for, even if it's traumatic when you ask me when you get the answer. You needed the trauma of the answer to jolt you out of the mental blockage you put yourself in, so that you couldn't get the answer from yourself. You know everything already. You just came into this world through amnesia, and you trying to remember.
Is there anything you sense or like you hear? You talk to me?
Yeah, you got a whole lot of learning ahead of you, and you up for the challenge.
That's true.
But most of yours is dealing with you, your inner work. Like, I don't pick up a lot of ancestral background noise around you. That means that they standing there silent. That means they watching you, waiting on you to call on the energy that they each represent. They not gonna, you got this. They know you got this. So they don't have to be trying to scream at you like black folks in the movie theater. They know that white lady gonna fall in this, because every horror movie she hurt her ankle. And we telling her, don't run down that path, girl. He gonna catch her. We know he gonna catch her. We don't gotta scream at the screen. She got this. Sooner or later, they're gonna run into one like Buffy, and she gonna slay that vampire. And we gonna be like, oh, she got it this time. All of them don't hurt their ankles. Some of them fight back and win, right? It's all about the flip. You learn to work on you. Don't let nobody stop you from it. Because once you get because when you came with it for purpose, once you get to where you understand how you process and you answer your questions that you have for yourself, because you can't lie to you. Everybody else can lie to you, including me, but you can't lie to you, because you have to come up with the lie in your head. So if you ask yourself the question, when the answer come back to you 9.9 out of 10, it's going to be right. And you're going to know. Believe in yourself, trust in yourself. Everything you see me doing, and when you get my age, because you seen me do it, you're going to exceed that. Automatic. You can't stop less. You can't be less than that, because you already seen what I do.
Yeah.
So when you get done developing you how you do, everything I do, it's going to be like a second grade class to you. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now I know my ABC. That's what it's going to be equivalent to in your learning curve. It's not going to be as effective when you get my age, because you're going to be developed so much more on top of it. And that's why we look for the other people's perspective. Because the more perspectives we can look at a problem, I mean, the more eyes we got on the problem, the easier it is to see the solution, because the solution is in the problem. We just got to make sure we ain't the problem. We fixing first. So we always work on the self, defines ourself as the gateway to learning all of the external stuff.
You
It's called the purification of the ego.
I do a lot of things with my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like we always together, we're always doing things like as a unit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I like spirituality. It really showed me like me. It showed me myself as an individual. You know what I'm saying? And it helped me. It took a long time for that because I'm the only person like this in my family. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have many people to talk to. So I sit here, I watch lectures, but I didn't really get any growth until I started meditating and I started journaling. I see like that helps the most for me right now.
Yep. You know what that is? It's you building the mind shaft. You on your way down there to get the jewels of the self, represented as the chakras. Right? Each chakra got a shape. Each jewel is shaped in a certain geometric form. Right? But they all inside the circle. And the circle spinning becomes a ball. Right? So keep your eye on the ball. Lead with your heart chakra. It's the light in the dark. That's the part of your navigation system that governs your headlights. You look on your dashboard and you see the dashboard come on and it say headlights on. That's the navigation part. That's your heart chakra. Spiritual illumination comes through the heart and it blows one's own mind.
Okay. Dang, man. I do have like, I could really ask you like a million questions right now. You know what I'm saying? Just, I really can't believe I really get to talk to you though. It's really been an honor. You know what I'm saying? I don't really,
Appreciate it, young brother. Appreciate it.
yeah, I talk to like people like you know who Dr. Blood is?
Doctor Who?
Dr. Blood. He made like, the Functionary book? He made like a book. It's like a dictionary, what's called Functionary. I talked to him.
I don't think I'm familiar with that one. You might be putting me up on game.
Yeah, Dr. Weidenheimer, I talked to him before. He
Who
was
was
on
he?
Dr. Weidenheimer. He was on Black Magic page. That's where I watch everything at. Oh no, Radio Rich. That's what it's called. No, Radio Rich.
Yeah, that's Rich. That's who Rich is. His channel's still Black Magic 363,
Yeah,
but when he's in his seat on Black Magic 363, he's Radiohead Rich because his Radiohead come up with these questions to ask to get the best show out of the people that's present.
I really do. I really do love watching him, but I always make sure I tune into that.
Rich,
But
he a real charismatic, laid back dude, man. And a lot of people don't know he got a big heart, but he a Virgo, man. You can't step on a Virgo heart and don't get smacked. Just not gonna happen. They gonna lash out at you, even if they wrong. Sometimes people be feelings be hurt because they was wrong. With a Virgo, even if they wrong, they gonna smack you back
yeah,
because they trying to get the attention of their guardian, the Scorpio. Remember, a lot of people don't know it used to be Virgo Scorpio with one zodiac.
I didn't know that.
But the inequity between a man and a woman put Libra between Virgo and Scorpio because somebody has to come along and balance the scales. and he's probably got to be a Scorpio.
What's what's the Aries guardian?
Aries,
I know.
Aries is I don't remember right
Is
now.
it Mars or is it? I always
No,
think it's
Mars is Scorpio, Mars and Pluto and Mercury at different times. All three of those rule Scorpio.
that just made me think of like this one thing. You seen the thing of like the thing flying in space, Atlas thing?
Three Eye Atlas.
Yeah, 3-Eye Atlas. What's the like? Cause I can't really wrap my head around it because it don't make sense to me. I feel like it's
Well,
just
first of all, the name is all coded. So many codes that you can extract from that name, Three Eye Atlas. Like mirror flipping is 13. 13 is the Queen Mother seat. The Atlas is what they call, that spinning globe in the room that got the map of the world on it? That's an Atlas.
oh yeah, that is Atlas. Yeah.
In mythology, Atlas was the one who held the earth on his shoulders, right? And at one point, he had tricked Sun Wukong into holding it, and Sun Wukong said, "Okay, I'll hold it for you while you go do that task." But when he came back, he was like, "You got it." And then Sun Wukong said, "Yeah, but it was slipping. I had to wait to hold it stable I could. You could just hold it till I could get." And then he gave it back to him. Then he wouldn't take it back. See, it's all about the mirror flip and the wisdom and the message. Just when you try to trick the trickster is only the trickster because you can't trick him because he know all of the tricks in the book. So the people that can't trick him get mad and call him the trickster because he know all the tricks in the books, but he's not the one putting the tricks on people. He the one that ain't falling for it.
Like, I just got a picture of my mind and like, oh, so is that like? Because people saying like it's a fake alien invasion coming, and I see
Look,
that it's a flip.
they already did the fake alien invasion.
Oh, with the drone.
Operation Bluebeam. If you go back a few years ago, they shot a blue beam up from the White House. That was the signal to activate Operation Bluebeam, right? The United States have craft that do extraterrestrial type shit in several other countries as well. They got the technology from the United States. On the surface, we think that the United States, Russia, and China been at war. They haven't. They have never been at war. Russia was the only country that defended the tribes over here against the tribes of Europe when we was under the attack from all six European powers, or seven of them over there. A lot of people confuse the people that was under Tsar Nicholas was the last Tsar, but the Romanovs, I think is what their bloodline was called. Um, they were anti-dirty Moor. And that's why the Russian Revolution, sparked off by Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, was to overthrow the ones who was the Exquisitor. You got the synagogue of Satan. They are the Khazarians, and the Sephardi is the Spanish Jew that came in as hybrids of both bloodlines, are hybrids of the concubines that was married to the Moorish ruling class of Europe, right? So the Tsar Nicholas, you gotta remember, he had thick curly hair, and they whitewashed him in the history books because he was about my complexion, right? And he had been fighting the same war that was going on pre-1492 in Europe as the the Europeans, the Great Inquisition, when they was casting out the dirty Moors from Europe, right? So they needed to hide themselves and follow the edicts of the 18th dynastic priest called Amun and govern from behind the scenes, and you needed a cat's paw. So they used their illegitimate children with concubines that they had kidnapped and raped from the European people that made them rebel. They was eating and raping the babies. So they all other tribes of Europe want them gone. They were supposed to have been they civilizers, but they was actually they uncivilized, right? They the ones that taught them the Babylonian ritual magic of money magic, blood magic, and sex magic, because they was actively using it to oppress all of the tribes of the Europeans, which was the newest people that was supposed to be trained and given a chance to rule with honor and dignity, but because they being controlled by wicked people from behind the scenes, honor and dignity never crossed their reality to this day. So when they kick them out of Europe, they didn't kick all of them out, right? They regrouped. They set up a country called Khazaria to for their offspring of illegitimate mulatto offspring. The Spanish Jew was from a different noble line, and they came from Ottomans, Byzantine kings that was amalgamating with Etruscans that came across the Pillars of Hercules from North Africa into Europe and settled in what